Next year, Springfield's Quadrangle will be home to a new attraction, the Amazing World of Dr. Seuss Museum, honoring children's author and Springfield native son Theodore Seuss Geisel. Springfield Museums Association President Holly Smith-Bove and Vice President Kay Simpson came in to tell us about this major development and how it's coming to be.
We have the National Memorial Sculpture Garden already, so to add an inside element is just going to be wonderful. And the kinds of comments we've been receiving have been just wonderful. Kay, you were talking about a Facebook post that said, "Oh, that's a place I want to go."
Exactly.
And, you know, I mean, and I think also for us in Springfield, you can see how Springfield proper really inspired Ted Geisel as a boy, and it's just wonderful that we own that heritage.
Kay Simpson, I know you were involved in a lot of the nitty-gritty, the day in, day out, and it took a while to organize this, but I was surprised there is no Dr. Seuss Museum anywhere else. Nobody's thought of this before.
They might have thought of it, but they haven't acted on it. And so this is just a tremendous opportunity for us. And Holly was talking about the sculpture garden. And in fact, the planning for this actually started with the opening of the sculpture garden in 2002. After we opened the sculpture garden, we had thousands and thousands of visitors come to the museums to see the sculptures. And the first thing that they said when they got to the museums is, "Where is the Dr. Seuss Museum?" And that's been a constant stream from visitors in terms of requests. They have wanted to see us open a Dr. Seuss Museum. So we're so excited that now we're actually able to do that.
And Kate, I know folks told me that you're one of the people that's kind of lived this day in, day out in terms of the working, the negotiations. A lot you can or wouldn't want to talk about, I'm sure. But Dr. Seuss is big business. I mean, Dr. Seuss Enterprises, he's international. Even now, here we are more than 20 years since his passing. There's, as you were mentioning, intellectual property. Saying, let's have a Dr. Seuss museum, and now being able to say, yeah, we're going to be able to do it. Here's how, here's where, here's when. It's been a long trip, I'm sure.
It's been a long trip. And in terms of negotiations, that's an experience I've shared with Holly. So we've been working on this and getting the permission to actually create this museum and have an exhibition that honors the life of Ted Geisel and celebrates his work has been something that has taken quite a long time to get to the point where we have an agreement and we can move forward.
And we've been, I should say, Dr. Seuss Enterprises has been very good to work with. And I think it absolutely helps that this is where Ted grew up. You know, so as no place else in this country can claim Ted Geisel's childhood and inspiration. So the power that we have behind the place in which we're located is a strong one. And that's what they have said to us, is no one else can claim his childhood. Absolutely.
And the inspiration really is visible, isn't it? Because I remember an exhibit, gosh, it's got to be 20, 25 years ago at the Quadrangle, where they literally took some of Ted Geisel's drawings and put them next to pictures of things in Springfield. And you looked and said, yeah, there's got to be a connection. I mean, it's visible, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing. I mean, you can visit the architecture downtown and then open up one of his books and you can see almost the exact same thing, of course, in a Seussian kind of a way. But you can really see how that was his inspiration.
Well, let's get down to some of the specifics. The Seuss Museum is going to be in the Pynchon Building, which is, to most of us, we think of the Connecticut Valley Historical Building. Yeah. But that's the north end of your property, your Quadrangle. How much work is it going to take to convert it for this new use?
Well, we've been very fortunate. We received a grant from the State Cultural Council. So we have already done the work on the exterior of the building. So we just have a little bit more to go. But otherwise, we have the plans in place. The internal architecture, we should not be hurting in any way. You know, it actually fits in with the exhibit design to have a beautiful historic building in which it's located. So we won't be doing anything too terrible, and mostly on the inside, it's outside, it's all been taken care of, so.
Yeah, so we've done the exterior renovations, and now we're working on doing some of the other necessary renovations that include installing an elevator, installing another bathroom, and we're working with an exhibition design team on taking our conceptual design, which, as Holly said, we're really focusing on Ted's boyhood in Springfield. And this is really a children's museum experience. So it's going to be completely interactive. We're very excited that it's going to be bilingual to really make Dr. Seuss accessible. And so with this exhibition design team, we are going to be taking our conceptual plans and actually refining them and creating a design build plan.
And I think it's important to note, too, that part of this process over the many years, as you so rightly say, has been working with community members here as well. I mean, including the public school teachers in Springfield to help with curriculum development, Square One. I mean, we have so many wonderful resources in this area that we've been able to tap into and really make it a community-wide effort as well, because literacy is so important to our community and really to the country. So.
Let me talk about that a little bit, get you to talk about it, because when I read this, I said, oh, Dr. Seuss, Ted Geisel is smiling when he sees this. You're working with the Springfield Public Schools, the Davis Foundation, which is so great on early education, Square One, you're going to have literacy programs, you're going to help students with basic reading skills. Right there, that's going to be part and parcel of the Dr. Seuss Museum experience.
Exactly. Yes, and that's what Ted's mission was to make books that could teach children to read.
To get kids excited about reading and to make reading fun. That's really critical to Ted Geisel. He didn't want to just create primers that were educational. He really wanted to turn it into something that was joyful for children. So as Holly said, we are tying into all of the skills that are necessary to become good readers. So our exhibits are going to help children learn how to rhyme, recognize letters of the alphabet, and to get them excited about reading together. We've built into the exhibit a number of areas which we're calling reading nooks, where you can just sit down as a family and read a Dr. Seuss book.
It's just perfect, just perfect. I hate to spoil this mood and mention money, but we got it. It's not inexpensive. You've raised, I think, over $3 million already.
That's correct.
That includes $1 million that the state has put in. When the Commonwealth comes in behind you, that's really a vote of confidence these days. But there's going to have to be a capital campaign. You're going to have to ask some folks to give a little more.
Yes. So our board has voted to undertake a capital campaign. So you'll start seeing more of that out there in the community. We're still in the quiet phase, getting ourselves together. We have what we need to open the experience of this first floor for summer of 2016. So that's secure. But as we expand into more elements, say, of his history and his ephemera and his personal collections, we will need additional funding to make that possible.
Well, can't wait to visit the amazing world of Dr. Seuss Museum. Holly Smith-Bove, Kay Simpson, thanks for doing it. Thanks for coming in and talking about it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.